Tonight, 4 minds stand on the threshold of greatness. They have conquered numbers and bent equations to their will. They have danced with logic and waltzed with theorems, but only one will rise above all. This is not a contest. This is the crucible. 4 contenders, 1 dream, 1 champion. This is the finale of Cowbellpedia 2025.
They've battled through every round, conquered every challenge, and proven they've got the brains, the speed, and the sheer willpower to win. But today, only one will rise to claim the ultimate title. From 132 brilliant minds at the elimination stage to 48 in the quarterfinals, 16 in the semis, and now just 4 remaining. After 13 weeks, it all comes down to this moment. At stake, a jaw-dropping 5 million naira, an all-expense-paid trip to Kenya, and a year's supply of Cowbell products to the champion. Not to mention 3 million naira for the first runner-up, 2 million naira for the second runner-up, and 500,000 naira for the third runner-up, all with a year's supply of Cowbell goodies. And guess what? We're still not done. The winner will also win 5 brand new laptops and a projector for their school, while the first and second runners-up win 3 and 2 brand new laptops also for their school. The crown is within reach, but only one can take it. The time for talk is over. The time for history making begins now. Welcome to the grand finale of Cowbellpedia Mega Minds 2025.
Enjoy the delicious creamy goodness of Cowbell with Vitarich and vitamin B9, which supports brain development. Cowbell, so creamy, so good.
Hello, Cowbellpedia fam. For those who don't know who I am Linda Ejiofor Suleiman, your host, and I am so excited. It's the grand finale. Backstage here, we have laughed, we have cried, and we have played. And now it all comes down to this final showdown. I'm really going to miss it here. The contestants have crushed every round, and now they are just 1 step away from being crowned the champion. While I have with me the seniors awaiting their turn. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Salvi, Peace, Alexis, and Arthur. The stage is set. The spotlight is waiting. I wish you all the best.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the grand finale of Cowbellpedia 2025, the Mega Month! Yes, what a season it has been. We've seen winning moments, moments of pure genius, and the kind of last-minute comebacks that keep you at the edge of your seat. And today, we'll be making history. This is where champions are made. This is where legends are born. This is the battle for the Cowbellpedia 2025 championship title. Okay, as usual, we kick things off with the junior secondary category. Please put your hands together for our finalists. Yes, indeed. 4 of the sharpest minds, boldest, most brilliant young minds in the country have stepped onto the stage, and one of them, at the end of this, will be the champion of Cowbellpedia 2025. Please reintroduce yourselves like the finalists that you are.
Hi everyone, my name is Haruna Salvin from the Ambassadors College, and I'm here to win this.
Hi everyone, my name is Onyema Alexis and I attend Caleb British International School.
Hello everyone, my name is Anyeji Ava and I love to excel.
Hi everyone, my name is Adioli Peace. You got on my side, I'm doing now.
All right, you're welcome back to the finals. Congratulations on making it to this point. It means you're the 4 brightest brains in the country as we speak, but it's time for some serious business because at the end of this, one of you will be crowned champion. First off, we're kicking off with one of your favorites, 60 seconds of fame. And here's a reminder of how it works.
60 Seconds of Fame is a battle where every contestant is on their own. 4 contestants step into the spotlight, each with just 60 seconds to answer as many questions as possible. At the end of this round, the contestant with the lowest point will be eliminated, leaving 3 to continue their quest for victory.
Good luck. Let's play 60 Seconds of Fame. First up on the podium is Salvin. Good luck. Let's have 60 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. Find the value of cos 60 degrees multiplied by tan 45 degrees. A 0.5, B 0.25. That is incorrect. What is the value of 2 raised to the power 8 divided by 4 raised to the power 3? A 2, B 4, C 8, D 16.
D.
That is incorrect. Which of these ensures the reliability of scientific findings? A, personal reputation.
B.
That is correct. If the pattern 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, then which rule generates this sequence? A, add 3, then add 5, then add 7. That is correct. Next question. The most important skill for resolving conflicts is A, fighting. That is correct. Identify the sentence that uses the correct register for an academic essay. A, the government's policies were totally bogus and messed things up. B, the government tried to fix things but couldn't. That is correct. Next question. Which of these is a basic human right? A, owning expensive cars. That is correct. Convert 3 over 5 to a percentage. A, 0.60%. B, 6%. That is correct. Next question. The life cycle of a star begins with A, red giant, B, nebula. That is correct. What is the missing? 80 points. Next up is Alexis. Just thought to point out that you are the only female in the final. How does that make you feel?
Feel happy.
Are you very proud of yourself?
Yes.
No pressure at all. Please just make sure you enjoy yourself. But most importantly, good luck. Okay? Let's have 60 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. What is the value of cos 60 degrees? A, 0, B, 1 over 2. C, the square root of 2 over 2. That is correct. Find the volume of a cylindrical can with radius C7. That is correct. Which nutrient is the body's main source of energy? A, proteins. B, vitamins. C, carbohydrates. That is correct. The sides of a triangle are 8 cm, 15 cm, and 17 cm. Find the area of the triangle. That is correct. The Niger River empties into A, Lake Chad. B, Atlantic Ocean. That is correct. Which sentence contains an adjective? A, she walks quickly. B, the boy runs. C, the red car is mine. D, they shouted loudly. That is correct. The process of converting a liquid into a gas below its boiling point is called A, condensation. That is correct. What has 13 hearts but no other organs? A, hospital. B, a deck of cards. But C, a love story. That is correct. In network security, what does the man-in-the-middle attack primarily involve? A, overloading a server with traffic. B, intercepting communication. That is correct. A prisoner is told, if you tell a lie, we will hang you. If you tell the truth, we will shoot you. That is incorrect. Which of these is not a greenhouse gas? A, carbon dioxide. B, methane. C, nitrogen. That is incorrect. 80 points. Next up, Arthur. Good luck. Let's have 60 seconds on the clock. And your time starts now. Which of the following is a solution to the equation x squared? That is incorrect. If the coordinates of the vertices of a triangle are 1, 1, that is incorrect. Which of the following is a non-biodegradable material? A, paper. B, food waste. C, plastic. That is incorrect. Which experimental design would best test the effects of fertilizer on plant growth? A, apply different amounts of fertilizer. Incorrect. The concept of social innovation ecosystem involves. Incorrect. Which of these is the correct format for addressing an envelope? A, recipient's name. That is correct. If the roots of the quadratic equation is x squared plus. Incorrect. If fx equals 2x cubed minus 2. Incorrect. Which organelle is known as the powerhouse of the cell? That is correct. What can be seen once in a minute, twice in a moment, and never in 1,000 years? A, the moon, the letter M. That is correct. The importance of social innovation capacity is A, maintaining existing ink. That is correct. Find the perimeter of a rhombus with diagonals 10. That is correct. A ball is thrown vertically upward. Incorrect. 50 points. Next up is peace. Good luck. Let's have 60 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. What is the value of x in 3x equals 27? A, 9, B, 8. That is correct. The sum of the first n terms in the arithmetic progression 5, 11, 14 is 299. That is correct. Which of these is not a type of galaxy? A, spiral, B, elliptical, C, irregular, D, cubic. That is correct. In an auction where multiple students bid on a single item and the highest bidder wins, but everyone puts there, that is incorrect. The process of recycling helps to A, increase waste, B, reduce environmental impact, C, create more pollution, D, waste resources. That is correct. Choose the word with the correct spelling.
A.
That is incorrect. Find the center of a circle passing through the points 3, 4, 5, 6, and 9, 4. That is incorrect. The process of protecting the environment from pollution is called A, destruction, B, conservation. That is correct. What is the complexity of the quickest algorithm in its worst case scenario? Incorrect. What has a head and a tail but no body? A, snake, B, coin, C, worm. That is correct. What Nigerian university was the first to offer engineering programs? That is correct. 70 points. All right, very well done, Peace. Let's take a look at the final leaderboard for this round. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, tied in first place are Salvin and Alexis with 80 points. And in third place is Peace with 70 points. And sadly, Arthur with 50 points. This is the end of the road for you. Your hands together for Arthur. It takes a lot to get to the final of Cowbellpedia. So for him to be here today, he's definitely a winner. Your hands together for him, please. Arthur, you're officially the third runner-up of Cowbellpedia 2025.
Arthur, you gave it your all. You are a fighter, and you were incredible tonight and throughout the show. You should be proud of yourself. Shake off that disappointment, because you were amazing, all right? Now pick a card from our confidence jar and tell me what it says.
You impressed so many people today, including yourself. Keep going.
And the card said it all. You really impressed every one of us in this room. Now shake off that disappointment, okay? And I always want to see that beautiful smile on your face. And don't forget, you are going home with 500,000 naira. And a year's supply of Cowbell products. A year. Congratulations.
In a world filled with many wrecked robots, it's up to architect Bisola and builder Brian to rebuild the city.
We'll need some help. Let's get up and go! We'll start with the foundation. They bear the biggest load.
Wow, numbers are powerful.
We use them to measure and build.
You'll need more Cowbell Choco to complete your mission.
To get up and go, give them Cowbell Choco.
Welcome back to Cowbellpedia 2025, the Mega Minds, proudly brought to you by Cowbell. Now we're deep into the junior secondary category finals. And after a nail-biting first round, we had to say goodbye to one of our brilliant contestants, Arthur. Now only 3 remain ready to go into the zone of power. At the end of this round, the game will claim another contestant, and only 2 will advance to the last 2 rounds. The time for cheap talk is over. Here is how the zone of power works.
In this round, called Zone of Power, each of the 3 contestants will take turns selecting a subject category, and a question will be assigned to one of their opponents. The host reads the question, and the contestant has 20 seconds to answer. A correct answer earns 20 points, while an incorrect one deducts 10 points. At the end of this round, only 2 finalists will advance to the next round, while the lowest scorer will bid farewell to the competition.
Let's play the Zone of Power. First on the Zone of Power is Salvin. Good luck, let's see your categories. Mathematics, science and computer, general knowledge, strategy, and puzzle. First up is Alexis.
General knowledge.
General knowledge for Alexis, this is your question. The first Nigerian satellite, Nigeria Sat-1, was primarily designed for A, television broadcasting.
A.
Let's see the correct answer. C, disaster monitoring. Next up is peace, mathematics, science and computer, strategy and puzzle.
Science and computer.
Science and computer for peace, this is your question. In programming, what does the term deadlock refer to? A, situation where a program crashes. B, a situation where
B.
Peace says B. Let's see the correct answer. B. Next up is Alexis. First up is peace, mathematics, science and computer, general knowledge, strategy and puzzle.
General knowledge.
General knowledge for peace, this is your question. The Nigerian scientist who developed a computer system that can smell diseases.
B.
Let's see the correct answer. A. Mathematics, science and computer, strategy and puzzle. What does Salvin get? Alexis?
Science and computer.
Science and computer for Salvin. This is your question. In database terms, what does ACID stand for?
D.
D. Let's see the correct answer. A. Next up, we have peace. Good luck. Your categories are mathematics, science and computer, general knowledge, strategy, and puzzle. First up is Salvin.
General knowledge.
General knowledge for Salvin. This is your question. The Nigerian who developed a multi-purpose drug to treat sickle cell anemia.
B.
Let's see the correct answer. Answer is D, none of the above. Mathematics, science and computer, strategy and puzzle for Alexis.
Science and computer.
Science and computer for Alexis, this is your question. What law states that the pressure of a given mass of gas is inversely proportional?
D.
Let's see the correct answer. B, Gauss law. At the end of this round, we have peace moving on to the next round with 80 points. And tied in second place with 60 points are Alexis and Salvin. Okay, which means we're going to go back to our all-time favorite fastest fingers to find out which of you will move on to the next round. This is your question. The determinant of the matrix begin P matrix 4 and 2, 3 and K, and matrix is 14. What is the value of K? A2, B2.5, C3.5, D4. Alexis, what was your answer?
C.
C. Salvin?
D.
Let's see who's moving on to the next round with peace. Salvin, congratulations, you're moving on to the next round. Sadly, we have to say goodbye to Alexis. Please give her a big round of applause. Congratulations on a wonderful run so far as the second runner-up.
You have been nothing short of amazing. The entire competition. Watching you play has been a masterclass. I mean, you were the last girl standing in the junior category. So you should be proud of yourself, okay?
Yeah.
So let's end it with a confidence boost, right? take a card and read it out loud.
My journey doesn't stop here. It's only getting started.
Yes, that is the mindset of a winner. And let's not forget that you're walking away with a cool 2 million naira. And a year's supply of Cowbell. That's not bad, is it? Not bad. Okay.
Enjoy the delicious creamy goodness of Cowbell with Vitarich and vitamin B9, which supports brain development. Cowbell, so creamy, so good.
Welcome back to Cowbellpedia TV game show, the only show where you'll find young, fresh geniuses. Now, we started the finals with 4 contestants, but 2 rounds later, 2 have bowed out, and we're now down to the last 2 standing. For this round, the scoreboard has reset to 0. We start afresh, and from here on out, only speed and accuracy will decide who takes the crown. This is one of your favorite segments, and it's called Questions from the Cowbellpedia Bank.
In this round, called Questions from the Cowbellpedia Bank, the 2 finalists will start afresh with points reset to 0. The quizmaster will ask 12 questions, and the first contestant to hit the buzzer gets the chance to answer. A correct response earns 10 points, but a wrong answer costs 5 points from their total. Every single point earned here will be carried over to the final showdown.
Good luck, guys. Let's play Questions from the Cowbellpedia Bank. For a first shot at the championship, these are your questions. What is it? Salvin?
A.
That is incorrect. Next question. Find the value of Y, peace.
B.
It says B. That is correct. What is the function of ATP in cellular metabolism? A, store genetic information. B, store and transfer energy.
A.
That is incorrect. 2 pipes can fill a tank in 15 hours and 20 hours respectively. Peace.
B.
That is correct. The importance of culture, Salvin.
B.
That is correct. Identify the type of figure of speech.
C.
That is correct. Simplify 24 divided by 6 minus 2.
B.
That is correct. Find the value of the double integral in that equation. Nobody taking that one? All right, next question. The process of creating a simplified representation of a complex.
B.
That is correct. A school has 600 students.
C.
That is correct. The importance of.
B.
That is correct. What is the chemical formula?
A.
That is correct. And there you have it. Now that is how you play a final. You could literally feel the tension right here in the studio as they were going back to back. Ladies and gentlemen, after this round, with 45 points is Peace. And then Salvin fought right back at the end of that with 35 points. All right, that is it for that round. In the grand finale, we have one final battle to go. One last showdown, one last chance to write your names in history. At the end of this round, only one of you will remain standing, and that contestant will be crowned the undisputed champion of Cowbellpedia 2025, the Mega Minds. The ultimate prize is just one step away. This is called the Dignitary Shot.
The The two final contestants will both receive a high-stakes question from our distinguished guest. The answer choices will appear on their screens and they'll have exactly 10 seconds to lock in their response. Whoever locks in the first correct answer will snatch 50 points and claim the ultimate title, Cowbellpedia 2025 Mega Mind Champion. This is it, the final battle of the brightest. Get ready because history is about to be made.
Good luck to both of you. Let's meet our dignitary of the day.
Hello, I'm François Gillet, the CEO, Managing Director of Promasidor, owner of the brand Cowbell. First of all, I really want to congratulate all participants of Cowbellpedia. What you have done is amazing. Whatever happens starting from now, you have to know that you already won. Without any further suspense, let's start with the question. Which of the following numbers is not divisible by 9? Option A, 4,572. Option B, 2,358. Option C, 1,047. Option D, 5,238.
What was your answer?
C.
C. Salvin, what was your answer?
C.
The correct answer is C. So both of you are correct. But unfortunately, only one of you can be the champion. We'll still have to find out who did it in the fastest time. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of Cowbellpedia 2025, the Mega Minds, with the fastest time to lock in the answer is... Peace! A jaw-dropping 5 million naira. An all-expense-paid trip to Kenya. And a full 1 year's supply of Cowbell. But we can't go without, of course, celebrating this young man who has given us an amazing run throughout this tournament with a very impressive time as well. In less than 1 second still, with 0.88 seconds. Please give it up for Salvin! Please come. Salvin, come on. Let's not forget that in second place, because he's still a champion and a winner, he walks away with 3 million naira. Salvin also gets a 1 year supply of Cowbell as well. Your hands together for Cowbell. Now that is how you play a final. But if you thought we were done, we're not even close because the heat is still on. We're about to take things to a whole new level because coming up, the senior secondary category finals will come up. 4 of the sharpest, fastest, most brilliant young minds in the country are about to go head to head for the ultimate prize. So don't go away, we will be right back.
In a world filled with many wrecked robots. It's up to architect Bisola and builder Brian to rebuild the city.
We'll need some help. Let's get up and go! We'll start with the foundation. They bear the biggest load.
Wow, numbers are powerful.
We use them to measure and build.
You'll need more Cowbell Choco to complete your mission.
To get up and go, give them Cowbell Choco.
Welcome back to Cowbellpedia, proudly powered by the nourishing and brain-boosting Cowbell. Now, before the break, we crowned Peace, the junior champion of Cowbellpedia 2025. Now, this time, our 4 senior secondary finalists have stepped up to the challenge, ready to begin their journey. But only one genius will emerge as champion. Are you ready to meet them?
Hold up. Surprise!
Make some noise for Linda. Finally. What are you doing here? What's happening?
I'm sorry, I couldn't just resist coming out here, you know, to feel the energy and the excitement up close.
So these are my people.
Now we're done, no.
Well, so now that you're here, how do you feel about, you know, the energy and the tension that's always here?
Ecstatic. I mean, I can feel the pausing energy in the room, and you guys are amazing. Well done. And I couldn't help but sneak up on this stage to, you know, get that feel with you.
That was a real sneaky move. Well, I'm pleased to have you here. And please feel free to walk in on us anytime, because today, maybe I need someone to be leaning on, because even me, I'm tense. There's a lot happening here. Anyway, speaking of walking in, I was just about to invite the cream of the senior secondary category to walk in for what promises to be an electrifying semi-final competition. The first set of 4 contestants are here now, but by the end of the day, only one will be champion tonight.
Okay, are you ready? Oh, yeah. With delight, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, mommies and daddies, let's put our hands together and welcome our geniuses.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's meet our top 4 finalists.
My name is Kenechka Azuike from St. Gregory's College, and through God, all things are possible.
My name is Oji Prince from App Scholars Universal College, and by God's grace, I'll do my best.
My name is Leona Waisoba from App Scholars Universal College. Watch out for me.
My name is Adegboye Fokpefolowa from the Ambassadors College, and by God's grace, I'm here to do my best.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Now, you spend a lot of time with them backstage. You know them better than me, probably.
I do.
So help me just find out a few things about them that I don't know.
Every one of them, when we interviewed them, they said they were ready to win, and they all put God first. That is what I picked up from every one of them.
Well done. Thanks for being here today.
All right, it's time for me to head backstage. Good luck, and I'll see you guys later.
Thanks, Linda. Thank you very much, Linda. All right, contestants, welcome back. Congratulations again for getting to the finals. But it's game time. At the end of this, one of you will be crowned Cowbellpedia Champion 2025 for the senior category. Good luck. It's time for game 1, and it's 60 seconds of fame.
60 Seconds of Fame is a battle where every contestant is on their own. 4 contestants step into the spotlight, each with just 60 seconds to answer as many questions as possible. At the end of this round, the contestant with the lowest point will be eliminated, leaving 3 to continue their quest for victory.
Good luck, guys. Let's play 60 Seconds of Fame. First up is Kenechukwu. Welcome back. Good luck. Let's put 60 seconds on the clock. And your time starts now. If log 10P equals 0.5 and log 10Q equals 0.3, that is correct. Find the absolute maximum value of the function fx equals 3x. That is incorrect. Which law states that the induced EMF in a circuit? That is incorrect. I can be cracked, made, told, and played. What am I? A story. That is correct. The largest oil reserves in Africa are found in. That is correct. Although he had never mentioned it to his colleagues, the CEO's family had immigrated from the same small village where the company was planning. That is incorrect. Who was the first Nigerian woman to become a professor? A. Grace Alele Williams. That is correct. If fx equals x squared minus 2x plus 1 and gx equals 3x plus 2, find fg1, a16, b25. That is correct. What is the result when a wave passes through a narrow opening? That is correct. I'm not alive, but I grow. I don't have lungs, but I breathe air. I don't have a mouth. That is correct. The principle that describes how a fluid flowing through a construction that is correct. Find the equation of a circle with center at 3 minus 4. That is incorrect. 90 points. Next is Prince. Good luck. Let's have 60 seconds on the clock. And your time starts now. Solve the inequality x minus 1 over x plus 2 is greater than 0. That is correct. A curve has a parametric equation x equals, that is incorrect. Which of these is a key concept in functional programming? A, inheritance, B, polymorphism, that is incorrect. I'm the beginning of everything, the end of everywhere. I'm the beginning of eternity, the end of time and space. What am I? That is correct. The Nigerian who invented the computer graphics processor GPU is A. That is incorrect. What type of fallacy is illustrated by the statement everyone is doing it, so it must be right? That is incorrect. Express cos 3 in terms of cos theta. A4, that is correct. The sum of the first n terms of the sequence 3, 7, 11, 15 dash is 210. Find the value of n. That is correct. Which technique is used in software testing to verify that components work together correctly? That is correct. I'm found in socks, scarves, and mittens, often in the paws of. That is incorrect. Which of these is not a type of electromagnetic wave? That is correct. 60 points. Next up is Leon. Good luck. Let's have 60 seconds on the clock. The time starts now. Find the derivative of fx equals. That is correct. Find all values of x that satisfy both. That is incorrect. Which of the following is not a characteristic of an algorithm? A. That is incorrect. In a mixture of 60 liters, the ratio of milk to water is 2:1. That is incorrect. Which ancient Nigerian kingdom is famous for its bronze casting? That is incorrect. After tasting the soup, that is correct. The process by which some plant roots from a symbiotic relationship with fungi is called. That is incorrect. Ibrahim can complete a task. That is correct. Which phenomenon explains the blue color of the sky? A reflection. That is correct. What is special about this one's job? That is correct. A farmer has 10 rabbits, 20 horses, and 40 pigs. That is incorrect. The number of sigma and pi bonds in acid. That is incorrect. What goes up and down but never moves? A staircase. That is incorrect. The bond order in O2. That is incorrect. 50 points. Next up is Fokbe. Let's have 60 seconds on the clock. And your time starts now. The famous mathematical constant E. That is correct. Find the equation of the line perpendicular to y equals 2x plus 3. That is correct. In computer networks, which protocol is used for secure web browsing? That is correct. Mr. and Mrs. Brown have 6 daughters and each daughter has 1 brother. How many people are in the Brown family? That is correct. Which country was the first to land a human on the moon? A, Russia. B, United States. That is correct. The old man smiled as he watched the children play in the park. That is incorrect. Simplify 2, 3x minus 4 plus 3, 2x plus 1. A, 10x minus 5. B, 12x minus 8 plus 3. C, 6x minus 8 plus 6x. That is correct. Find the value of k such that. That is correct. In computer science, which problem would require? That is correct. A carpenter needs to cut a 12-meter beam into 4 equal pieces. If each cut takes 3 minutes, how long? That is correct. The core of the earth is primarily composed of. That is correct. 100 points. That was a very dominant performance. Thank you very much, Fokbe. Now let's take a look at the leaderboard. And there you have it, running into the next round with a total of 100 points is Fokpe. In second place with 90 points is Kenechukwu. In third place with 60 points is Prince. And sadly, saying goodbye to Leon. Please, a massive round of applause for Leon.
Leon, you gave us a masterclass of brilliance out there. Give me a high five, man. Yes. Smile for me. You did well. You were amazing, okay? And because of that, you are walking away with 500,000 naira. And a year's supply of Cowbell products. Thank you. But before you go, you know how we do here. Just to make you smile some more and give your confidence some boost, you will pick a card out of this jar and read it out loud, please.
This is just the beginning of many amazing things I will do.
This is just the beginning of many, many amazing things you will do. I will hear your name from far and wide, Leon, as in I'll be like, I know you. And keep that fire burning because this is just the beginning of your journey.
Enjoy the delicious creamy goodness of Cowbell with Vitarich and vitamin B9, which supports brain development. Cowbell, so creamy, so good.
Welcome back to Cowbellpedia 2025, the Mega Minds brought to you by Cowbell. We're deep into the senior secondary category finals, and after the first round, 60 seconds of fame, we had to say goodbye to Leon. Now it's time for round 2, and it's called the Zone of Power.
In this round, called Zone of Power, each of the 3 contestants will take turns selecting a subject category, and a question will be assigned to one of their opponents. The host reads the question, and the contestant has 20 seconds to answer. A correct answer earns 20 points, while an incorrect one deducts 10 points. At the end of this round, only 2 finalists will advance to the next round, while the lowest scorer will bid farewell to the competition.
Let's play Zone of Power. First on the podium is Kenechukwu. Good luck. Let's see your 4 categories: mathematics, science and computer, general knowledge, strategy, and puzzle. First up is Prince.
General knowledge.
General knowledge for Prince. This is your question. The country with the highest number of chemical elements. Let's see the correct answer. Sweden. We have mathematics, science and computer, strategy, and puzzle.
Science and computer.
Science and computer for Fokwe. This is your question. Which of these is not a characteristic of a RESTful web service?
A.
Let's see the correct answer. C. Next up is Prince. These are your 4 categories: mathematics, science and computer, general knowledge, strategy, and puzzle for Fokwe.
Science and computer.
Science and computer for Fokwe again. This is your question. The uncertainty in the measured value of a physical quantity is called
C.
Let's see the correct answer. Error. Mathematics, general knowledge, strategy, and puzzle for Kenechukwu.
General knowledge.
General knowledge for Kenechukwu. Let's see his question. The Nigerian physicist who won the African Union.
E.
Let's see what the correct answer is. B. Francisca Neka Okeke. Next up is Fokpe. Let's take a look at your categories: mathematics, science and computer, general knowledge, strategy and puzzle. First up is Kenechukwu.
Mathematics.
Mathematics for Kenechukwu, this is your question. If Z1 equals 2 plus 3i and Z2 equals 1,
B.
Let's see the correct answer. A. What does Prince get?
Science and computer.
Science and computer for Prince, this is your question. The equation E equals HF relates to what?
A.
Let's see the correct answer. B. Very well done. Thank you very much, Fokwe. Let's take a look at the scores. Moving on to the next round, make some noise for Fokwe. Joining him in the next round is Kenechukwu. Unfortunately, this is where his journey ends. Please give it up for Prince.
Prince, every step of the way you have given it your all. And trust me, the entire nation saw it. And they saw how brilliant you were. So I need you to pick a card and read it out loud.
I've been chosen for a reason because I'm a genius.
He has been chosen for a reason because he's a genius. Please clap for him. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, and let's not forget you're walking away with a cool 2 million naira. Yes, yes, and a year's supply of Cowbell goodness.
Enjoy the delicious creamy goodness of Cowbell. With Vitarich and vitamin B9, which supports brain development. Cowbell, so creamy, so good.
Welcome back to Cowbellpedia TV, the game for future leaders. We've made it to round 3, and the competition is at its peak. We started the finals with 4 brilliant contestants. 2 rounds later, 2 are left in the competition. To level the playing field, the scoreboard has been reset now back to 0. So from now on, it's all about speed and accuracy. Next up is one of your favorite games, questions from the Cowbellpedia Bank.
In this round, called Questions from the Cowbellpedia Bank, the 2 finalists will start afresh with points reset to 0. The quizmaster will ask 12 questions, and the first contestant to hit the buzzer gets the chance to answer. A correct response earns 10 points, but a wrong answer costs 5 points from their total. Every single point earned here will be carried over to the final showdown.
Good luck, guys. Let's play questions from the Cowbellpedia Bank. These are your questions. Simply Fokwe?
A.
That is correct. Find the sum of the first 20 terms of an arithmetic sequence. Kenechukwu?
D.
That is correct. What is the time complexity of the quicksort algorithm in its worst case scenario? A01, B0 log n, C0n, D0n square. Any takers? Nobody? Okay, next question. 3 friends, A, B, and C, attend the party. Kenechukwu?
B.
That is correct. The first Nigerian athlete?
B.
That is correct. When the famous author visited the bookshop, people queued around the Kenechukwu?
B.
That is correct. Find the area.
A.
That is correct. Solve.
A.
That is correct. What is the time complexity of linear search in the worst case? A01, B0n, C0 log n, D0n square. Anybody? No one? At a conference, 10 people meet and each person shakes hands with exactly 3 other people. How many handshakes occur in total? A10, B15, C20, D30. No one? Time's up. Which Nigerian footballer won the UEFA Champions League? Kenechukwu?
B.
That is correct. What does...
B.
That is correct. Woo. You can feel the tension right here in the studio. And at the end of that round, we have Kenechukwu with 60 points, Fokwe with 30 points. But guess what? There's a 30-point difference, but the game is not over because the next segment carries 50 points. So anybody could still win this. Okay, guys, this is it. There's no do-overs, no rewinds, just one final round standing between you and ultimate glory.
The two final contestants will both receive a high-stakes question from our distinguished guest. The answer choices will appear on their screens and they'll have exactly 10 seconds to lock in their response. Whoever locks in the first correct answer will snatch 50 points and claim the ultimate title, Cowbellpedia 2025 Mega Mind Champion. This is it, the final battle of the brightest. Get ready because history is about to be made.
Let's play the Dignitary shot.
Hello, I'm François Gillet, the CEO and Managing Director of Promasidor Nigeria, the owner of Cowbell brand. First of all, I want to congratulate all the participants of Cowbellpedia. What you have done is amazing. From now, whatever happened, you have already won. You have done something fantastic. So without further suspense, let's start with the question. Find the value of cos 75 degrees in terms of thirds. Option A, root 6 minus root 2 divided by 4. Option B, root 6 plus root 2 divided by 4. Option C, root 3 minus 1 divided by 2 root 2. Option D, root 3 plus 1 divided by 2 root 2.
Fokwe, what was your answer?
C.
C was your answer, okay. Kenechukwu, what was your answer?
E.
A was your answer. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the moment we've all been waiting for. The 2025 Cowbellpedia champion for the senior category. Okay, first of all, your hands together for both of them. Our 2025 Cowbellpedia champion for the senior secondary category is Kenechukwu! He did that in less than a second, in a time of 0.88 seconds. Put your hands together for our champion! In second place, Fokwe wins 3 million naira. And he also gets a full year's supply of Cowbell goodness. Congratulations, man. You can go back. Kenechukwu is going to be going home with a sum of 5 million naira. He also gets an all-expense-paid trip to Kenya. And of course, a full year's supply of Cowbell products. Your hands together for Kenechukwu. Ladies and gentlemen, this was a supercharged season, the best one yet, and I loved every single moment of it, surrounded by the brightest young minds here in Nigeria.
Are you reading my mind? I mean, honestly, my brain just got an upgrade watching these kids. The speed, the perception, the confidence, every contestant on this stage, superstars. I'm going to miss all of them.
Definitely we are. You can say that again, and none of this would have been possible without our amazing contestants. Now, the world had better be ready, because their intellectual wonders will shock all of us, definitely. And then to the parents and guardians, the real MVPs, all the late night studying sessions, endless encouragement, you definitely raise champions. A round of applause for them. Thank you.
Yes, yes, and a big, big shout out to the teachers and the schools too. You guys are the champions behind the champions.
Yes, of course, a big monumental shout out to the brand that makes this all possible. Woo! Make some noise for Cowbell. Thank you very much, Cowbell. You are the true formula for greatness. Now, for decades, the Cowbell brand has been nourishing dreams and fueling so many young minds. Nobody does it better, without a doubt. Thank you very, very much for all you do.
Yes, and to Promasidor Nigeria, the powerhouse behind the dream. Thank you for investing in the future of Nigeria, one genius at a time. Thank you.
And of course, we can't forget you guys at home, the Cowbellpedia family, our amazing audience. Make some noise for yourselves. Thank you very much to all of our viewers, wherever you are. Thank you for watching and celebrating these young geniuses with all of us.
And one last time, for this season, my name is Linda Ejiofor Suleiman.
And of course, my name is Ebuka Obi-uchendu. I will see you next season. Bye-bye.